Today on Newsbreak, record heat possible over the next couple of days. Jacob Boss will have the details. And the Spirit Lake football team is moving on to round 3 of the playoffs after their 49-20 victory last night. We have the highlights. All this and more on this Tuesday, November 3rd, 2015. Good afternoon, SLHS. I'm Tyler Dennis.
And I'm Irma Heinitz. And we are reporting today from the East Gym because of volleyball playoffs tonight in Sheldon for third round. Now let's take a look at your top stories for today. There is a boys swim team sign-up sheet in the office. Sign up if interested.
Key Club is seeking donations for the Banquet Soup Kitchen in Sioux Falls. Donations can be dropped off in Mr. Holman's room until Friday, November 20th. See the daily email from Jennifer for the things that can be donated. All boys interested in participating in basketball should contact Mr. Walls through email ASAP. Practice begins on Monday, November 16th. Wrestling cheer will begin today from 3:45 to 5 p.m. Tonight will be red-out night for the volleyball game in Sheldon.
Now we bring in Jacob Boss with today's weather.
Well, it's a little warm out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's warmer
nice.
than usual. I really like it.
Forecast high today is actually tying the record high for today. So, I mean, that's just shows how warm we actually are this week, but changes are coming.
It's weird that it was snowing like a week ago, and
Yeah.
now it's in
I
the
know.
70s again.
And the snow will return eventually, but we got a little bit warmer weather to talk about first. So let's go talk about that and show what's going on out there. First on the Emporium Sky Camp, a lot of ducks and birds out there on the lake. The water was calmer this morning, but as we go throughout the day, it's going to be picking up and will be a little bit windier, especially today and tomorrow. Highs in the upper 60s though, so near record highs throughout the rest of the day today and tomorrow. Thursday is when that change comes in, a high about 62, but that's going to be in the morning, and the temperatures will be falling throughout the day. Now, also include rain with that big temperature drop, southwest winds switching to the northwest throughout the day, 15 to 25. Friday is going to be sunny, a little bit cooler out there, around average 50 degrees for a high. West winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, so it'll be a little bit windier for the game on Friday night, but it won't be too bad out there. And then what's ahead? Next week, watching this for Wednesday and Thursday, maybe even to Friday, a rain and snowstorm is going to be possible. Continuing to watch the temperatures there. Still looking at highs in the 40s, lows around 30. So we'll continue to watch the temperatures. We could have our first snowstorm of the season. We'll continue to watch that though. At 4 o'clock today, 68 degrees, 63 degrees at 6 o'clock. Sunset's in the 5 o'clock hour now, so we'll be looking at the moon there on the 6 o'clock hour, 54 degrees for the low tonight, south winds continuing. And as we go into the 7-day forecast, you do see that chance of rain there with freezing conditions on Thursday, 47 for the high on Saturday, windy day again on Sunday with a high of 57. Otherwise, continuing with the 50s and then the 40s going into next week. But for now, back to you guys.
Taking a look at sports for today, the Spirit Lake football team was in action last night for the second round playoffs. The Indians took on the ELC Midgets. Spirit Lake picking up the heat right away in the first quarter. They would go right into the second, starting with a 35-0 lead. With 4 minutes left in the second quarter, the Indians kept the lead 49-0. ELC would manage to score, making the halftime score 49-7. They would give up 1 touchdown to Esserville in the third quarter. Spirit Lake would take the win, 49-20, moving on to third round playoffs. Spirit Lake will take on Central Line Georgia Little Rock on the home field Friday night, kickoff at 7 o'clock.
The Spirit Lake volleyball team will take on Sergeant Bluff Luton tonight for third round playoffs. The game will be held in Sheldon starting at 7. You can see live coverage on our Twitter page at SLHS Newsbreak. That is our look at sports. Back to you guys.
Now let's send it over to Tyler to see what's trending today.
All right, thanks guys. Let's take a look at what's trending today. Volleyball. So we have 3 volleyball players here today. We'll ask them a few questions. First, tell me about that first round game versus Cherokee and where it came down to the final play. What was that like?
It was actually really exhilarating. It was so intense in the gym, and we couldn't even hear over everybody else in the gym, so it was really hard to communicate on the court, but that last point was just overwhelming, and it was such a fun experience to experience.
And what did you think about Coach Dielschneider slamming his clipboard after the big win?
We didn't even know that happened until we saw the video on Twitter, and it was the funniest thing probably this happened all season.
All right, and you guys have another big game tonight. What are you expecting to get out of that?
We're kind of expecting a hard fight from both sides. I mean, we prepared pretty well for this game, and we know that it's going to be a fight every point, that we can't take any breaks, and that we're going to try our best to get the win, but we can't think about that. We have to think about what's going on in that period of time and just play hard.
Well, best of luck to you guys. We'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you. Welcome, Tanner. Are you going to go be a volleyball tonight?
I am. I'm going to watch them play Sergeant Bluff Luton. And it's red out night, too, so.
And they just said last time they've been to state is 1983. So
Oh,
that would
really?
be
Wow.
pretty historic if they can win tonight. So,
Yeah.
of course, best of luck to them.
And
It's
if they
gonna be
win
exciting.
tonight, they will go to state, right?
Yes, they will.
Okay,
Yeah.
So big shout out to the volleyball team. Hope you guys do good tonight.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's going to be a good night. So
What is the-
we'll be there. We'll be there. So
Yep.
weather doesn't matter, of course. So
Yeah.
just forget about me. Just
All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching Newsbreak.